Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick 19.3 tips video. I want to keep it pretty straightforward and to the point, just a couple helpful things for each movement. Firstly, the dumbbell lunges. I'm going to go mostly dominant arm because I'm just a lot stronger stabilizing with an overhead with my right arm. It'll probably be like 70% my right arm and then 30% my left arm. If I notice that my right arm's getting really tired, I'm just going to switch it more often. It'll end up like 50-50 or something like that. But I don't really think it's going to be that much of a limiter later down the road with the handstands if I just use my right arm a little bit longer. Then for the lunges, just make sure when you're stepping out, you're not walking a tightrope with your feet. Step that front foot out like forward and then out to the side slightly. So if you measure the distance in between your 2 feet, it would be like shoulder width when you're at the bottom. Make sure you drive through your heel. Stay very upright so that you don't have to work too much on stabilizing. Everything's just stacked on that heel. And you can take your front foot and kind of turn it forward slightly, or not turn it forward, but like turn it inward and grip the ground with your toe and drive that knee out. That's going to create a lot of tension and take all that slack out of the hip joint so you don't have to really work on stability because you're just active there. Don't turn your foot too inward, but a slight little turn is fine, and that should be pretty good. I'm gonna basically push it. I'm really pretty comfortable with lunges, so I'm gonna push it for the whole time, and then if I just get to the end of a 25 foot and I'm like, oh gosh, I need a couple seconds, I'll just take a couple seconds. But other than that, I'm probably gonna end up going like, 50 feet, stop, 50 feet, stop, 50 feet, stop, maybe, or like 100 feet, which I think is definitely possible. Stop for a few seconds, 25 or 50-50 or something like that. All right, but I'm gonna go off a feel for that. Definitely don't blow it out. You wanna save yourself for the step ups a little bit, but just also be cognizant of like how you're gonna do on the handstand push-ups, how much time you need. If you know there's no way you're getting a strict handstand push-up at your division standard, go for broke. Just go fast. Secondly, the other movement, the box step-ups. I've noticed a lot of people putting the dumbbell on the back of the neck. That looks a little fatiguing because then you have both arms up there and then you have like the bicep kind of like flexing to hold it. I don't know, it seems kind of tiring. Like if you hold your arm up like this for 5 minutes or whatever, we used to haze people like that in the army, right? Just make them hold their arms up to the side and it's exhausting. So dumbbells are gonna take a decent amount of time, those step-ups. So I'm gonna go one shoulder. So I'll have it on one shoulder, I'll hold it for about 10 to 15, then I'm gonna switch to the other shoulder, hold it for about 10 to 15. For my step-ups, I'm gonna keep a pretty good tempo. I'm gonna try to go unbroken, but I'm just gonna go slow. They're not gonna be my fastest step-ups, but I'll have like a little bit of a rhythm, kind of like I was like walking up a mountain or something like that, as opposed to sprinting up a mountain. I don't think you should be like doing really fast sets and then rest. It's just not worth it, especially with lactic acid buildup in the legs. Just try to make it more aerobic so that there's more blood pumping. One cool tip I heard from Training Think Tank was like step up on the edge of the box so that your foot is like, your lead foot is near the corner so that your other foot, when it comes up, doesn't have to like swing straight up and over the box. It could kind of come over the side. For shorter people, I think that's cool. I'm going to try it today. I've never messed with that, but that seems like a cool little tip. And then after that, handstand push-ups. I'm going to try to give myself as much time as possible for the strict handstand push-ups. I think realistically, coaching members at this gym often, I don't think many people are going to get through the handstand push-ups. I think that's where most of us are going to end up stopping, whether it's with 1 rep, no reps, or just or halfway through. I think there's a few athletes I have in mind that might be able to get to the handstand walk, but for the largest percentage of our competitors, it's going to be us stopping there. So make sure you set up your, if you think that's going to be the case, set up your reps so that you're not fatiguing too quickly. If you're just trying to get like 1 or 2, if you've never done it before, I would just rest like a whole minute before attempting your first one, And then if you get your first one, don't try to do 2 in a row. Just come down, shake it out, and then try to do another one, quick singles, or long rested singles, but do not burn out. And that goes too for people that are going to be doing bigger sets. Every time we do a bigger set, generally the indicator to stop doing our set is because the last rep is more of a grind and at a different tempo than the other reps. Try to cut that rep out. So like, let's say you do 5 and then on your 6th one, it's like, slow. Cut out the 6th one, just do sets of 5. That way you don't hit that extreme muscle fatigue so you can keep working. For for the handstand push-ups, that Boz standard is going to be a lot harder. We preach that all the time in the gym, that you should be squeezing your button at the top. Unfortunately, people do get away because their arms lock out. They feel like, they can get away with hinging at the hips at the top and their butt resting on the wall. Some people just aren't aware. So that might be a change for a lot of our athletes, or a shock. So definitely do what I said in the email. Like, check it out beforehand. You have the ability to fix it. All it really takes is some body awareness and squeezing your quads and squeezing your butt, and that's going to pull your hip to full lockout, just like you would at like the top of a box when you step up. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have much more. Yeah, cool. It's a cool WOD. It's not gonna. I don't think it's necessarily gonna hurt as much as maybe 19.1, 19.2, which is pleasant, because those two we kind of gave a lot to, even though we're used to pain. But yeah, it's a skill-based workout. It's kind of testing, your ability to do strict handstand push-ups and handstand walks under fatigue. And I like that they used a bunch of different movements that we don't see very often, like the one-arm overhead lunge with the dumbbell step-ups, and strict handstand push-ups is cool. And then throwing in the handstand walk. Unfortunately, they always make it so hard to get to the handstand walk. I can handstand walk, maybe not recently, but I used to be really good at it, but I never get to make it in the WODs to show it off. So, all right, guys, I'll see you at the box. Have fun.